This conference will now be recorded.
So to introduce myself, my name is Rajashekhar and you can call me Raj, and I'll be taking care of this full stack Java training course. Coming to my experience, I'm having totally 24 years of training experience and more than 15 plus years of real-time experience. I've done trainings to major IT companies like TCS, Wipro, Virtus, or Deloitte. To list out, it goes more than 50 plus companies. And even I've done more than 2000 plus online trainings into Java technology and more than 2000 plus classroom trainings. So that's a background. So the course what we are going to learn over here is full stack Java. I've divided this course into some categories like initially we go with core Java, then we go with the web technologies, advanced Java, then frameworks, and we are going to discuss some of the real-time tools. Right now, coming to core Java, this even we call it as Java SC. Java SC. Java SC stands for Java Standard Edition. Java SC stands for what? Java Standard Edition. The main use of going for Java SC is like the core Java is the main use of going for core Java is used to develop standalone or desktop applications. What is the use of core Java? The initial part what we are going to start is core Java. Even we call it as Java SE means standard edition, and the main use is used to develop standalone or desktop applications. Can anyone take examples of standalone applications what you have seen in your operating system? Examples of desktop applications?
Notepad,
Right, Notepad,
Sky,
Paint,
no, Sky.
Calculator, MS Office like Word, Excel, all these are desktop applications. Once we install on our operating system, we need not connect to other system to run the application. They are standalone or desktop applications. Okay. Under this, we will be going with the contents like initially we start off with the Java introduction. Then we go with the Java features. Then we'll be learning download and install Java. Download and install Java. Okay. So whatever the latest version it may be, during that installation time, we'll be seeing that. I think it is something 18. So we'll be seeing how to download and install Java. Then we'll be learning developing a Java application at command prompt. Since in my case, I'm having Windows operating system, so I'll be showing how to develop Java application at command prompt. I'll even guide you how to work with Mac operating system, right? Then in our course, we'll be making use of IDE like Eclipse IDE. So we'll be learning download and install Eclipse IDE. So this IDE will remain same whatever the operating system it may be. So whatever I'm showing on Windows, it will remain same for Linux or Mac. Then we'll be learning developing a Java application in Eclipse IDE. So with this, to complete the introduction part of Java, like we'll be learning what is the need of going for Java, what we can do with the Java, and how to develop applications at command prompt and even Eclipse IDE. So we'll be keep on using Eclipse IDE till end of our course. Then the next part we'll be entering into Java basics. Java basics, where we'll be learning the basic terminology of programming, like the meaning of comments, keywords, variables, data types, operators, if statement, switch statement, while loop, do while loop, for loop, like this. So this is the place where we will be going with more of programming, and this is the place where we increase our programming and logical skills. And starting from basics, I'll be giving assignments to you every day, which you need to do and submit it back. How to submit, I'll discuss when I give my first assignment. Okay. The next one, arrays. Can anyone say what is the use of arrays? What is the need of going for arrays?
To store the list of data of same type or
Right.
different type. In static, we use it
Yeah,
in
collection of data. Simple words to say, it's a collection of data. Right? It's a collection of data. Whenever you want to collect some elements, we make use of arrays concept. The next one will be going with a very, very important one. Java OOP means object oriented programming. So this is the main thing for Java. If you are good with this object oriented programming, then the remaining topics of Java we can able to understand, right? The remaining topics of Java we can able to understand very easily. And in this, we'll be learning about the meaning of object, classes, abstraction. Then we'll be going with constructors, then static keyword, packages, inheritance, polymorphism, then the next one is final keyword, sorry, access modifiers, encapsulation, like this. So more of object oriented. If you are good with this, remaining topics of Java you feel very easy to understand. The next one, land package. Here we'll be learning some of the predefined classes like object class, string class, StringBuffer class, StringBuilder class, math class, wrapper classes, like this. The next and important topic for us is exception handling. The meaning of exception is like a runtime error. Once we write the code, we have to run the code to see the result of our application, to see the output. So during runtime, we may get some errors. Once we get errors, we call them as exceptions. Runtime errors are exceptions. And once we get exception, the remaining part of code will not get executed. The remaining piece of code will not get executed. So it is going to terminate our application, which is not good programming. So to avoid that abnormal termination, to make our applications robust, strong enough, we go for this exception handling. The next one, multithreading. Can anyone take examples of multitasking?
browser.
Browser.
Google Chrome browser uses multithreading.
Right. Yeah. Right. So opening multiple applications in our operating system. Like in my case, I've opened the browser, notepad, go to meeting, like this. So you are listening to the songs and typing a document in Microsoft Word. That is multitasking. Then what is a thread? Thread is like the activities what we perform under one task. Like if you take Gmail, how many compose windows what we can open in Gmail? One or multiple?
Sorry, can you repeat it again?
When we open Gmail, how many compose messages we can open in Gmail? One or multiple?
Multiple.
Multiple, right? Every compose window what we open, they are threads. And in one compose message, when we go for attachments, we can do multiple attachments. Again, they are what? Threads only. The attachments are also threads. Then the main use is performance. To increase performance of application, we go for this multi-threading. One more good example is GoToMeeting. So GoToMeeting is a task. In that I can show my screen, it's a thread. I can speak with you, it's a thread. I can record the class, it's a thread. All the things we are able to do simultaneously. That means the application is multi-threaded. The main use of thread is to increase performance of applications, to do the things simultaneously. The next one, collections. Arrays are also used to collect the elements. Collections are also used to collect the elements. Then the difference is when we go for arrays, we need to mention the size, how many numbers we want to collect, how many elements we want to collect. Like example, if you say 50, so we can collect maximum 50 elements only. We cannot decrease or we cannot increase. That is the drawback of arrays. But in reality, we cannot go for fixed sizes. That is a place where we go for collections. The next one is Lambda expressions, functional interface, and stream API. So this we'll discuss directly during the topic. Elaborating on this is something difficult at your level now. The next one, IO package. IO stands for input output. The need of going for this IO package is like, what are the programs we are writing now? The data what we use during runtime, it is temporary data because it is stored in RAM memory and RAM is temporary. Then, where we can store data permanently?
Database,
right? Where we can store data permanently? Database. And where it is located? Hard disk. Where we can store data permanently means hard disk, either in the form of data files or database tables. So this IO package is mainly to manage the data files. IO package is for what purpose? Data files. The next one will go with SQL concepts, and we'll be learning these SQL concepts using MySQL database. Then we'll be going with the final one, JDBC, Java database connectivity. Very, very important for from Java code, from Java program, we can connect to databases. Then, with this, we complete our core Java. Then the next category of our course is web technologies. This web technologies, even we call it as user interface design or front-end design. User interface design or front-end design. Under these web technologies, we'll be learning the concepts like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, TypeScript, XML, JSON, and Angular. So we'll be learning Angular framework under web technologies. The next category is advanced Java. Even we call it as Java EE. Java EE stands for Java Enterprise Edition. And the main use is used to develop web applications. It's for web applications. The examples are like Facebook, Amazon, Gmail, this one like Book My Show. All these are web applications. Then the contents what we'll be learning is servlets and JSP. JSP stands for Java Server Pages. The next and very important category of our course is frameworks. So any project we take, we are going to make use of frameworks nowadays in our project. But to understand these frameworks, we should come from this prior background compulsory. So whatever the code we are writing in frameworks, we make use of these codes only. Then in our course, we will be learning two important frameworks. One is Hibernate framework and Spring framework. Then before we go to Spring framework, even we will be learning web services, as we are going to use these web services in Spring framework. Then even we will be going with microservices. Then under Spring framework, we will be learning the modules like Spring Core or Bean module. Then we go with the Spring DAO module, very important one. If you are good with the DAO module, 80% of your project is done. Where we go with three submodules like Spring JDBC, Spring ORM, where we integrate with Hibernate, then Spring Data. Then one more very important module, Spring MVC module. This is mainly used to develop web applications. It's for web applications. And we go with the one more important Spring Boot module and Spring REST module. So these are the modules we'll be learning under Spring framework. Then the next one, during our course, we'll be going with some of the real-time tools like Maven, JUnit, Lombok, GitHub, Postman, like this. Right? The duration of our course. The duration of our course is, it will take approximately 50 to 60 hours maximum. 60 hours maximum, I'm saying. It won't go more than 60 hours. It will be approximately, can consider like 55. But due to some reasons, it may go with 60 hours maximum. Based on the queries what you put during your class, maximum, it will go with 60 hours, but we never cross 60 hours. Then the time is Monday to Friday. The classes will be Monday to Friday at 7 p.m. IST. The classes will be Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. IST, and the class will go for maximum 1 hour. The class will go for maximum 1 hour. And whatever the GoToMeeting link you are having, you can use the same link to join the class for this week and even for next week. So once we complete the link for next week, I'll be sharing new link to join the remaining topics. Okay, so I'll be mentioning the dates. What are the link I share? I'll be mentioning the dates from which date to which date we can use that GoToMeeting link to join the class. And the class is getting recorded, and that recordings will be shared to you after the class. Right? So that's about the demo part.